Welcome to the Tribune. Today we are with a very fine actor Randeep Hooda, who would be seen in web series Cat. Welcome to Chandigarh, Randeep.
Thank you very much.
What made you say yes to the role in Cat?
Oh, there were many factors. My manager and one of my bestest friends, Panchali Chakravarti, is a co-producer on it. Balwinder Singh Janjua had already worked from Tera Kya Hoga Lovely, and they were both co-producers on it, and Balli was going to direct it, and he's the showrunner, and Netflix was going to be the platform. So there were many factors, and the screenplay was very good.
So you're known to she makes huge transformations in body and mind to play a particular characters. What is your role in this, and how was the preparation for it?
It was see, there is a big misconception in Bollywood about what Sikhs are. They have been caricaturized a lot, and they started off with being a funny person on screen, and then it started off with being all that there's thigh slapping, there's bhangra doing Sikh person. But when in my research and in my learnings while I was preparing for a movie which never fruitified, which was called Battle of Saragadi, I had already done a lot of studies, and I realized at that time that, hey, Sikhs are not this. Sikhs are very cultured, mannered, soulful, deep people in their beliefs and in their lives. And so I took that approach from it, and I discussed it with Balli, and he was also game for it. And then, when you wear that big pug and all that, you cannot be one. You have to be like, Khata Pita Sardar types. So those two things combined together is where the germination of this character came from, and economically lower strata of society and stuff like that. And my own observations over the years of characters like that. And then, of course, this character goes through a lot of transformation within the show itself. So that was more attitudinal, and what little things one could do to make one's own self feel changed. But yeah, it was, I have great admiration for Sikh people, and I hope that this character somewhere, makes them see themselves or people around them or people older than them as this person who's on screen, and I hope that they like it.
And the show is set in Punjab, and it's in Punjabi, available of course in Hindi and English. How is that journey? What is your bond with Punjab, and how is shooting for it here?
Well, my bond with Punjab is that I refuse to dub it in Hindi. I said I did it in Punjabi, that's the language of the character. And a big pug wearing Sardar speaking in Hindi, I just could not see it. So that is my fascination with Punjab. Punjab is a land of many stories, and I don't think they've been told enough. Punjab is a land of great tragedy as well as romance. Punjab is a land of great history, and a land which has been torn apart many times, right from the invaders. Everybody who came to India came through Punjab to Delhi, and the brunt of all invasions was through Punjab, and I think Punjab was a great defense for our country as a subcontinent. And then, of course, the partition did not happen. I don't believe it. Partition happened of India. It was partition of the Punjab and Bengal provinces. And so that caused a lot of distraught, and then, of course, the insurgency that came about, and then being a border state, and the drug problems, the drug smuggling problems. And so there are a lot of issues that Punjab has been dealing with. But I find that Punjabi people are very resilient, very brave, foolhardy, if you'd say. Dekha jayega, dekh lenge. So that is a very good thing, and I've got great fascination for culture, got great fascination for the Sikh religion, the seva bhav. I mean, I often go and wash dishes at the Golden Temple or wherever I go eat langar. I enjoy that, and it gives you a kind of humility. And I know the reasons why that happens. So it is by far my most closest spiritual bond with myself.
And we see number of thrillers in the OTT space. What makes Cat stand out?
Well, I don't know, you'll find out. I haven't seen it, but as per the script goes, well, it's got a very interesting screenplay, that it goes between times. The same person you see in a different age and different decade, and then you see him in a different age and a different decade, and the difference between the two, and how, at the backdrop, as I said about the insurgency and the drug-related problems are the backdrop of the story. But overall, it's something which anybody and everybody can identify with, which is a sibling love for family. So it has that emotional thing of, Shashi Kapoor, Amitabh Bachchan kind of a thing, and it's got really, I think it's got a great screenplay, great beats, great music, great performances. I think the ensemble cast that Balli put together is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm very fortunate that I've been able to work with them, and they did give their best. So all these things are going for it, and of course, we show Sarson Ka Khet as not the romantic. It's not that. सरसों के खेत में मेहनत लगती है, खून पसीना लगता है, फर्टिलाइज़र लगता है, गाय भैंस को दूध करना लगता है, बारिश नहीं हो जाए, ओले नहीं पड़ जाए, बहुत कुछ होता है, बहुत ही एक वो है। तो बल्ली से मैंने डिस्कस किया था कि मैं कहा यार इस खेत को ऐसे मत दिखाना, इसको कुछ अलग तरीके से दिखाना। आई होप उसने दिखाया हो, मैं तो उस दिन था नहीं शूटिंग पे, बट अंडरबेली नहीं बोलेंगे, दिस इज रियलिटी। द रियलिटी ऑफ Punjab is this, and if somebody used to say that don't show this, I said then don't change your reality.
And how did this boy from Rohtak ended up in Mumbai? We hear the story went through, Australia. What were the different lessons on the way?
Sometimes I still wonder and scratch my head that how am I here? Sometimes I think it's good fortune. Sometimes I'm egotistical enough to feel that I did it, but usually I think back and say, hey man, it's providence, and I'm just grateful. I had a deep desire to do something, and in my school in Haryana, MNSS Rai, it's called Motilal Nehru School of Sports Rai, I got the opportunity to be on stage, and my sister, who won this Best Actress Award for West Side Story, which they made a movie on also, with Shah Rukh Khan and Aishwarya Rai playing his sister. So for the first time, I was doing bit parts, and she went on stage to receive the award, and everybody was going, and I was going, So that's where the journey started, and I used to get thrown out of a lot of plays also. One of the reasons that my British teacher, English teacher and a drama teacher, he said, you're a distraction for the girls, and he used to throw me out. And which I took very badly at that time, but I would take it with open arms. So it started there, and then I didn't act for many, many years, and I went about, I thought I'll become a horse trainer. I even got through to NDA, I didn't join. I didn't go to join. So there were a lot of things that, one could have been and could have done. But I was brave enough, I think. The only thing that I did was I was brave enough to make my choices. Like in school, I used to ride horses and, be on stage. And now, 28 years later, or whatever, 26 years later, I am riding horses and I am on stage. Stage is different, that's all.
Right. And the gaining and losing weight, how do you keep yourself, healthy through it all?
My sister, Anjali Hooda Sangwan, is a metabolic and, disease. She's an internal medicine doctor, and she deals with all this day in, day out with people. So I take her advice, and of course you just, two relationships with the fridge. एक बोलता है प्रीतम आन मिलो रात को आवाज़ आती है क्योंकि आपको भूख लग रही होती है, फ्रिज चल रहा है, टक चेंज होता है ना, वो आपको सुनाई देता है। एक होता है कि भाई बस कर ठंडा होने देगा कि नहीं। सो उसके बीच में सारा खेल हो जाता है। इट्स जस्ट you need a purpose to it. I don't think people can change body shapes or anything, because if you're comfortable, and why do you want to punish yourself? Everybody has a comfortable weight, and I think you should stay that way. Thin, fat, all that is just immaterial. This body imaging, don't read beauty magazines, they only make you feel ugly. So that if you're doing it for vanity, it's different. If you're doing it for health, it's different. And if you're doing it for a role, it's different. So different purposes, but you got to have willpower for sure.
OTT has opened a brave new world for actors as well as audience. So are there any favorite genres that you want to work in, and what do you binge watch on? What do you get to with your shooting schedules?
I actually watch a lot of Netflix shows. I'm not lying because it's a Netflix interview. I do watch them a lot. I love Crown and all these shows. I love Dharma. I binge watch. I see, if I'm working, then I don't watch any TV. I don't watch anything. Maybe I'll watch some sports in the evening, having a beer. But apart from that, no, I don't watch much. But if I'm not shooting, then I can keep watching for 3 days. I'll keep lying in bed and I'll keep watching something if it's interesting. As an actor, I don't see any difference, and the kind of work that I've always done in the 22 years of my professional acting career is the work I always wanted to do, and I tried everything almost, and I find joy in standing on the set and thinking, how am I going to do this one? And that kind of, then something leads to the other, and you go, oh yeah, this is how we should do it. So it's a big thing.
Cat comes on December 9th, 3 days to go. Makes you anxious? Are you worried?
Not at all.
Okay.
I have no... In fact, I'm busy doing other things. I have, this interview and promoting Cat and watching that promo, which I really like. And I really heard a song today, they played it. It's really beautiful. They've created great moments and all that. But it's now for the audience. It's not for me. But I'm really looking forward to it. I am hoping people like it, and I hope it goes across the world, because I really felt, and we discussed it a lot, I said, please go local, you'll go global. So that's what it's attempted, and it's a very entertaining, engaging thing, and I hope people like it. But my job is done. Now I cannot go and kaan pakad ke like it, तो नहीं कर सकते. अब देखा जाएगा जो होगा. I hope people, and I'm sure they'll like it. It's a good show. It's got good intentions and all the good elements that people want for entertainment.
What are the other projects that we'll see you in? Anything in Hollywood after Extraction?
I was supposed to go out there and the pandemic happened, and then it was just basically about recovering from it. So I haven't had the time for it, and then I've been working a lot. I've done movies, I've done Tera Kya Hoga, lovely at that time. I did a movie called The Sergeant, based in London. Then I did another movie based in Britain called Rat on the Highway. And then I did Inspector Avinash, which is for Geo, which is a series, by the way. And then I did Cat, and now I have written and I'm directing and acting in and as Veer Savarkar's biopic. So that's what's keeping me busy these days. It's very consuming and I really enjoy it, and it's really taxing on your senses.
That's why the 3 nights of no sleep, because so many roles.
Yeah, I have to write the scene, I correct the scene in the night, I get up and I go do this, and I have to get makeup, and I do my lines, and I'm like, so it's all over the place. I'm like a, wound up toy. ऐसे करता रहता है सारे दिन. And but I guess it's so consuming, and that's the only thing that is really joyful, where you forget things, people's dates, places, and you're just there, and I enjoy it.
Lovely to have you with us.
Thank you.
Look forward to Cat and other projects from you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Randeep. Cat comes on Netflix on December 9th, 2022. This is Mona for the Tribune with Yashpal Rawat on camera. Keep watching.